After grinding out a season-opening win last week against Houston Baptist, the Texas State Bobcats are looking for improvement and for an upset as they make their first ever visit to Pac-12 country in beautiful Boulder, Colorado, to take on a program that's rising back to national prominence, the Colorado Buffaloes. Snap back to Williams. It's a handoff up the right side and room 30, 35, 40-yard line. Anthony Taylor, 40, 35, cutting right 25-yard line, down to the Buffalo 19. What an opening play for Texas State. Out to attempt a 32-yard field goal here is James Sherman, 2 of 2 last week. The snap to Mason Hayes, set down by Sherman to the uprights, and the kick sails wide left. No good. The Bobcats an impressive opening try, but it doesn't yield points. Knees bent for the sophomore quarterback, takes a snap, here's the blitz. Bobcats bring in 6, and Montez is wrapped up, escapes, and then plowed down by Gabe Lloyd. Back at the 39-yard line, and it brings up 4th down. Bunch formation to the right, one receiver, short side left, 3rd and 8 for the Bobcat 36. 5-man rush, Montez pressured, and down he goes. Frankie Griffin. The sack back at the Buffalo logo at around the 45, and it brings up 4th down again. Snap is back to Williams. It's a handoff. Option pitch far side now. 20, 25, 30, 35-yard line, 40, and down to the 41 is Thurman Mobley. His first play of the season yields 21 yards and a Bobcat 1st down. Back to the deny. Play fake for Williams. Pass near side is caught by Mason Hayes. Inside of midfield and down to the Buffalo 45-yard line. The Bobcats 4 possessions, 2 of them now 3 and out. Snap to Ripley. Here's the punt. End over rent punt angled near side on the run, fielded by Oliver, will return, breaks a tackle and a second, and finally his gang tackles, the ball comes out, picked up by Buffalo, and a chance to score, and he will. 20-10 end zone, touchdown, Trey Udofia. 2nd and goal, give to Lindsey. No, Montez kept it, could break a tackle, a flag is in as Montez lunges into the end zone, but this play might be coming back. So now 1st and 15 from the 10. Trips left, one receiver right for Montez. Knees bent, takes a snap, handoff Lindsey running left, and Lindsey buried among a sea of Bobcats at the 11-yard line. 2nd down and 14, snap to Montez. 4-man rush goes near side, pass batted down. Flying in, Andrew Aniki on the pass intended for Shea Fields.
I think we did a really good job, stopping the run. It's something we definitely prepared for. We knew, Lindsey was going to be a really good running back, and they were going to try to get him the ball. And, they had a good O-line, pretty big O-line. So I think we did a good job up front.
Mobley, along with Elijah Rogers and Mason Hayes, the receivers left. One, Elijah King, lined up wide to the right. On 2nd down and 8 for the 37, Williams back to throw. A 4-man rush for Colorado. Williams steps up and throws, and the flat pass is caught at the 37 to the 40-45, Robert Brown. And a 1st down to the Texas State 49-yard line. And the first half hour in the books here from Boulder, with the Bobcats trailing by a score of 14-0.
Well, I think we're playing hard. We're not playing smart at times. We've got some communications issues on offense we've got to make sure we get fixed. We've got to get back to trying to run the ball better on offense. I think our defensive players are having their butts off.
2nd down and 11 for the 24. Williams backpedals to throw, has protection, airing out a deep ball to the near side, has a man. Mobley the catch in stride, stumbles down though inside the 30. He would have been gone. What a throw though by Williams, hitting Mobley for another big offensive play. From the Buffalo 32 men in the backfield, either side of Williams, 3 wide. Here's the blitz, handoff, no, play fake, pass, left side, caught, breaking a tackle, Mobley, 20-15, and stumbles down to the 12-yard line. Thurman Mobley getting involved in this game, and the Bobcats are inside the red zone. Warner snapping to Mason Hayes. The snap is down, the kick is up to the uprights, and the kick is good by James Sherman, right on the money, and the Bobcats are on the board here in Boulder. 9:39 to go, 3rd quarter. Colorado 17, Texas State 3. Buffaloes, a 4-man line will rush 4. Handoff around the middle, 35-40, dives down for the 1st. Down to the 42-yard line. Great play design there by Texas State. 2nd and 10, Bobcat football at their own 43. Here's the blitz. Play fake for Williams, going deep to the near side. Looking for King. It's intercepted. What a play by Oliver. Running left to the 40, 45, has blockers. Down the near sideline, 40, spun down by Foster on the Bobcat 35-yard line. That's an NFL play made by Isaiah Oliver. On 1st and goal from the 8, handoff to Lindsey, breaking tackles and takes the defender with him into the end zone for the Buffalo touchdown. On 1st down, throw to the end zone again, 2nd down rather, and the back shoulder throw, this time complete to Bobo, short left corner of the end zone, and the Buffaloes now have a 30-3 lead.
We did a good job in the first half stopping the run, so I think they came out second half and decided to air it out a little bit, and we didn't do as well of a job as getting to the quarterback, so it's something we'll work on this week and get better at.
Jones from his own 17 on 1st down. Off a play fake, rolling out, looking downfield, pass is caught at the 37-yard line by Mobley. Wrestled down at the 41. Willie Jones' first completion is good for 24 yards and a 1st down.
And that football didn't spend a lot of time in this Boulder, Colorado air. That was an absolute bullet by the former center fielder at Silsbee High School.
2 lined up wide left. Buffalo showing a blitz. They'll bring it, hand off up the middle, cutting it left to the 20. And the 23, that's all. Ball comes out late. Was the runner down? They didn't signal him down. They were going to say it's a fumble against Texas State. Ball recovered by the Buffaloes. Out of the shotgun, snap to Jones. Play fake, pass near side, caught. Nice ball thrown by Jones. Out of bounds, Dennis Johnson at the 40-yard line for Bobcat 1st down. 4th and a yard for the 49. Jones out of the gun, straight to the backfield, offset to his right. Snap to Jones, on the keeper, to his right, kind of cut it back to his left, and he didn't get it. Stopped at the 49-yard line. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, I thought we improved. I thought we improved on effort. Obviously, we're still making way too many mistakes, turning the ball over. But defensively, I thought we did some things good. I thought we ran the ball better at times today. We just weren't consistent. We can't turn the ball over. We just got to improve on special teams. But we're headed in the right direction.
Final score from Folsom Field. Buffaloes 37, Bobcats 3. Show off your tailgating skills and team pride, and you could win a $100 HEB gift card and bragging rights. To participate, all you have to do is show your team spirit by decking out your tailgate site and displaying HEB products in a creative way. Check out this week's winner.
Welcome to the Brown Ranch in Beeville, Texas, where 5 generations of the Brown family have raised cattle since 1924. We're dedicated to doing things the old-fashioned way, allowing cattle to graze freely. And we handle our cattle horseback to minimize stress.
At HEB, we love working with local Texas ranchers like the Brown family. They do things right and always put quality first, which is one of the reasons why we're the #1 beef seller in Texas.
This is the local Texas Beef Department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
Sir Jeremy, you are a true friend of the Crown. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Madam Susan, you are an even truer friend of the Crown. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. What is that?
This is a spiced honey mead wine that I have really been into lately.
Please follow Sir Brad. He's going to give you a private tour of the Pit of Misery.
I'm sorry, what? Pit of Misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Here's to the friends you can always count on.
What do I like about Texas State?
People watching on the quad.
I love that we can express ourselves.
Our campus is so beautiful. Bobcat football. The glass bottom boat. Our professors are amazing. When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
Outback Library. Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
Our goal now is to try to transform the players in our program into a better football program, a better football team. An accountability level that's off the charts. As far as last week's ball game, we had a couple things going into the ball game, offensively and defensively, and the special teams that we wanted to get done. we wanted to be able to possess the ball on offense, and we were able to do that. You know, usually we don't really worry a lot of times about time of possession, but when you're playing a team that's so high octane like a Colorado that's going to run a bunch of plays, you need to be able to control the ball, and we were able to do that. I think we had the ball for 34 minutes, somewhere around there in the ball game to their 26. So we were able to do that. We were able to run the ball better than they did. And that was good for us to be able to run the ball against a good football team. Defensively, we wanted to force them to hand the ball to number 23, who was a really good player, but we wanted him carrying the football. And for the most part, we did that. We wanted to take the relief or the RPO out of their offense. They only had one in the ball game on Saturday. So that was good for us, and I thought our defense did a great job on the edges and really inside also of stopping the run. So we won the run game battle. I felt like that was good for us. There's a play we ran with Thurman is in pitch phase, and we pitched it to him. We missed a corner knifed us. If we get that block, he's probably still running. So they're you can pick one or two plays out of the perimeter game that you wish you did better, but I thought we did for the most part a little bit better. Up front offensively, we limited. We had in game 1 24 mental errors up front. We had 4 this week. So we're making strides. Now we got to keep getting better. We got to limit those 4. But I felt like our guys got on the right guys this week. And when you can get on the right guys, you can have some success, and that's what we got to continue to build on, is getting on the right guys. And once you can block the right guys, then you have a chance to have some success. I thought we punted the ball well. Obviously, Marcus Ripley was named Special Teams Player of the Week. We still have some work to do there. We've got to be better with our hang time on our punts. 70-yard punts are good, but coverage isn't built for 70 yards. Coverage built for 40 to 45 yards. So 70-yard punts aren't what we're looking for. We'd like to have 42 yards and 4.5 hang time. That'd be the ideal punt that you'd like to have. So that's what we'll work on this week and see if we can get that. This week's opponent, obviously, conference champion. Very good football team, as good as the team we just played this past week, I believe. Probably more physical than the team we played this past week. So it'll be a big challenge for us to give us an opportunity to see where we are as a football team as we grow week to week. Kind of give us an opportunity to see where we are at this stage, game 3 in the season. For the last 2 years, I've turned on the tape when I've seen them on tape. They're a physical group up front, offensive line. Jordan Mitty, we were talking earlier today, and he said, I'm gonna have to remind guys you can't stand around the pile this week, because if you stand around the pile, they clean you off the pile. I said this to our team on Sunday, which is yesterday, I guess. We took a trip with a bunch of young kids, got up and played a 1 o'clock kickoff, and it didn't affect us. And I was expecting all kinds of, guys nervous, guys not ready to play, slow start, all those stuff. Stuff that you expect from a young team going on the road, playing a Power 5 team and a 1 o'clock kickoff. If you're a Power 5 team, that's how you want to schedule a team in the group of 5. You want to schedule them at 1 o'clock, away from home, and on the road. And I thought our kids handled it really, really well. So hopefully we can continue to grow and get better and take those things that we got from that game and enhance them and make them better this week moving forward.
Some beers have a lot of ingredients, a lot of different ingredients. Our beer is brewed with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on. Brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
What do I like about Texas State?
People watching on the quad.
I love that we can express ourselves.
Our campus is so beautiful. Bobcat football. The Glass Bottom Boat.
Our professors are amazing. When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
Our Tech Library. Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research. I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
They're tenacious, driven. Honestly, I think they're fun. Their energy level is great. And like I said, it's thinking at the same pace, the same ideas, and they've got to be together. We have some finishers. They've just got some innate ability to know when to hit it and know how to finish. So I'm excited about the firepower.
Sunbelt Conference Commissioner Carl Benson has stressed the importance of building a non-conference schedule properly. The formula includes playing 2 games against teams out of peer conference schools from the Group of 5, 1 game against the FCS, and 1 game against a team out of the Power 5 conference. So far, half of the Sunbelt has played Power 5 teams. Here's how they fared so far in 2017. In Week 1, there were 5 games for the Sunbelt against the Power 5, and 2 of those were close calls. New Mexico State played Arizona State to a 37-31 game in Tempe, and Arkansas State lost by just 7 on the road against Nebraska. In Week 2, there were 2 games against the Power 5 for the Sun Belt. One of those was Texas State at Colorado. The other was a home game for South Alabama, a 44-7 loss to number 11 Oklahoma State. There were 2 other games scheduled for Week 2, but both canceled due to Hurricane Irma. One of those, ULM at number 10 Florida State. The other, a home game for Arkansas State against number 18 Miami. This week, there are 2 more Power 5 games for the Sun Belt Conference. One of those features Georgia State at number 5 Penn State, and the other is Louisiana at Texas A&M. There are 8 more games left for the Sun Belt Conference after this week against the Power 5, giving the Sun Belt a total of 17 games this year against the best college football has to offer. I'm Brant Freeman, and we'll be right back with more of The Path, Texas State football.
Our goal now is to try to transform the players in our program into a better football program, a better football team. An accountability level that's off the charts.
Here they are, your Texas State Bobcats.
Hey, boy. Hey, I seen some little thing they got all over Twitter about pancakes and stuff like that. That's pretty neat right there. I like that. I like pancakes. Hey, when I was coaching O-line and my guys get pancakes, they used to do this over the guy. Pour syrup over them. Come on. Not lackadaisical. Let's go. Get something out of it. Get something out of it. Get something out of it. Quick hands, quick hands, quick hands. Good, good. Working it off that bull rush, off of that bull rush. Come on, come on. Quick, quicker, quicker. Good, let me see it. There you go, good, good, good. You getting there. You guys are punching. Why are you punching so wide? Punch here. Punch top of the number so he can react. I know it's your fault. God almighty, Jeff. Do that in a live situation, dude. Take that little chest right there, press it, press it, press it, and we'll pin off of it. Do it in a live situation. Ooh. Hey, Toughness Tuesday, Sammy. Good burst, good burst, good burst. Come on, Kingsley! Let's get better today, man. Let's get better today. Let's go rushing. Put up no contact, no contact. New guy 1 and 2, coach. New guy 1 and 2. That's new guy 1, this is new guy 2. There you go, there you go! Ah! Go! Hands up! Ah! Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Set him up! I told you guys, hey, the pass rush is easy. That's the easy part. The burst and the finish, getting the quarterback down, that's the hard part. Yeah, we finna go to stunt steps. Hey, go, press it, press it, press it. Go again, where your eyes supposed to go. Great snatch, where your eyes supposed to go. Shoot them inside, ball carriers coming your way. Hey, they're running the outside zone now. Let's go. Once you get that offensive lineman not back here, pressing, okay? You see the ball backside with your eyes. Come on, reach me. Press, 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 press. Once you get half a man front side of them, now, and you see that ball commit, now it's a violent snatch. Both hands, boom. Pull yourself through. Go, Kingsley. Good job, good job. Here we go, ready, go. Woo! Them new guys, them new guys.
Hey Bobcats, make sure to show your love and follow the Bobcats on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and their YouTube channel.
What do I like about Texas State? I love that we're close to Austin and San Antonio.
The observatory, great stargazing.
Outech Library.
Our professors are amazing.
Our Brown Theater building.
People watching on the quad.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Our campus is so beautiful.
I love our flexible class schedules.
Saving turtles at the Turtle Crossing.
Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
The new labs at Star Park.
I love that we can express ourselves. Grabbing lunch at Jones.
Bobcat football. The Glass Bottom Boat.
Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I love the squirrels around campus.
I love exploring new ideas at Common Experience.
When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
The courtyard at Taylor Murphy.
I love our student art galleries.
Climbing the rock wall at the rec center.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
It's only week 3, but this Saturday, Texas State opens conference play, the earliest the Bobcats have played a conference opener in 30 years. Back in 1987, the Cats kicked off Southland play against North Texas. This weekend, the opponent is Appalachian State. And here to talk to us more about the Mountaineers is their radio voice, Adam Witten from the Appalachian IMG Sports Network. And Adam, the Mountaineers are the preseason favorites in the Sun Belt, and for a very good reason. They have won 20 of the last 22 conference games. Looking at the team this season, 2 games in, the opposition is varied, playing Georgia and Savannah State. So looking at the first 2 games, what has stood out about the Mountaineers so far?
Good to talk to you again, Brand. We're looking forward to the trip this weekend. It's a tough question to answer because of the disparity in the competition in the first 2 games. Georgia was a lot better from a talent perspective than App State. And then the game last Saturday, App State was a lot better than Savannah State. They're an FCS school, but they're on their way down to Division II, so there's a gap in talent from that standpoint as well. So we're still trying to really figure that out. We know what pieces are in place, and we know what the identity of App State football is going to be year after year, which is they want to be good on the ground. They want to have a strong running game. That's the way their offense tends to lean as far as its priorities. And then on defense, they're built on speed, swarming to the football, and creating turnovers. So that's what they hope the identity is going to be. Now, where everybody fits and how some of the young players come into the fold kind of remains to be seen. But that's kind of the blessing, I guess, in playing a conference game this early, is you get a much earlier look at what your team is ultimately going to be and what your strengths and weaknesses are going to be when you get a chance to play a peer school in your own conference.
Adam, on offense, I see a collection of some of the best talent in the Sun Belt Conference, a veteran at quarterback in Taylor Lamb, and the preseason Sun Belt Conference Offensive Player of the Year, Jalen Moore, at running back. A year ago, the Mountaineers had the third best scoring offense in the Sun Belt Conference. How good could it be this season?
I think it can be better. I really do, because the pieces are there to have as good, if not better, of a running game as they did last year. It's kind of odd to say that when you lose your school's all-time leading rusher in Marcus Cox, but Jalen Moore is that good, and there is a wealth of depth behind him at running back. And Taylor Lamb and what he does as a quarterback, I think it's underrated what he does for the running game, because he's such a good decision maker and he makes reads so well in the option game that when those two gain another year of experience like they do this year, Jalen and Taylor Lamb, it makes the running game even better. But I think the passing game is where this offense can get better. Hopefully the numbers will show as the season goes along.
We mentioned just how good the offense was last year, but defensively maybe even better. The best defense in the Sun Belt Conference, one of the better ones in the entire country. I know a few names are gone from last year's team, but the expectations, Adam, I have to imagine are even better this season.
Yeah, no doubt. It is tough to think that they could be as good when they lose such key players. I mean, they lost two of their best linebackers and two of their best defensive players a year ago, and John Law and Keenan Gilchrist. They're very good. It's kind of the same thing. There's an infusion of youth and speed and athleticism, because as this program has grown into its FBS ranks and as they've had success over the last 2+ years, they have continued to build with a stronger crop of recruits that are bigger, stronger, faster than anybody that the program has ever seen, just from a numbers standpoint. So while you lose names that you knew in the past, you're going to start to learn about more guys that you just don't know their names yet. But so far, I know they give up 31 points to Georgia, but if you go back and watch the first half of that game against the Bulldogs, you'll see, they were pretty stout in the first quarter plus of that game in shutting down the running game that features Sony Michel and Nick Chubb. And then, they barely gave up 100 yards in the win against Savannah State last week. So the defense is just as good, I think, as it was last year. And they just need some time for some of the younger guys to develop. And hopefully they'll be at about the same point they were a year ago, maybe even better. Who knows?
Last year, the Bobcats made the trip up the mountain to Boone, North Carolina to face App State. This weekend, of course, the Mountaineers making their first ever trip to San Marcos to play Texas State. Looking at the matchup, Adam, what are you looking forward to the most?
I think just kind of getting a better read on what this team's going to be facing from its own standpoint. This is never a disrespect to any of the opponents, but for App, it's always, and a lot of teams will do this too, when they're preparing, regardless of who the opponent is, they're always trying to look at what they do. And kind of like I said before, they've got an opportunity now to play against more level competition than what they faced in the first 2 weeks. And so all the questions that they had, all the things they were wondering how it's going to develop as the season goes along, I think they get a lot closer to answering those questions when they play a school in the same conference like Texas State. So, can they finally get the running game going to the point they had last year? Because, for as good as the offense was last week, Jalen Moore has not put up any numbers yet. So, yeah, going on the road, playing a conference game, it's never easy. And so I think they're going to learn a lot more from this game than they did in the first 2 games. And I think ultimately that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing is, all right, what do we know about this team? We'll have a better answer after the game against Texas State.
Thanks again to Adam, and that will do it for this week's episode. I'm Brant Freeman, reminding you to trust the path. We'll see you next time.